Welcome back to the Daley Show. I'm here with two young men, teachers at Ashland Middle in the Ashland Independent School District. Got Mark Harmon and David Sparks, and so you've got a very exciting project. So would you just go ahead and tell me what y'all are doing with your innovation grant?
Okay, so for quite some time now, as like many schools do, our students have struggled with mathematics. Since 2013, about 45% of our students have scored proficient or distinguished. So we're both STEM teachers. We wanted to come up with some way that we could apply STEM, use STEM to help hopefully improve those math scores. So through our research, we came up with, implementing a computer science program. All of the data we had found showed that computer science, some of the skills were the same with algebraic thinking, and it helped increase student math scores. So we adopted 2 computer science courses. Mr. Sparks teaches one on creating apps, and then I create one on like physical computing. So students make the hardware, and then they also code it. And then we go back and they take an assessment quarterly, and we review their scores versus their peer scores to determine if they've outperformed their peers in mathematics.
Okay. So describe your part of this project.
Okay, so as Mark said, he teaches one class, I teach the other. I teach the app creators class, and we made use of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, since that's what we had been using there for our other STEM classes. And my class is more about software development, and the students get to run through the entire kind of computer science process, learning all the different things about computer science along the way, learning computational thinking, and getting to design apps, which everybody, there's an app for that for just about everything, and they get to design apps for Android devices. Eventually, they're going to be using Apple devices for this as well. So right now it's just for Android devices, but eventually it will come around and be for Apple devices as well. And through that whole process, they're also doing mathematical skills along the way as well.
And one of the cool things about Mr. Sparks' class as well, which he's too modest to mention, but that beyond just our program, the reach that we've had, there's a national competition called Samsung Solve for Tomorrow.
I know, and you all have been very successful and were honored this last year.
Mm-hmm. Actually, tomorrow we go down as well to Morehead State University, where Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes is going to recognize some of the students as well. And this year's project was the state winner for Kentucky, and it was using the software and the skills they learned in Mr. Sparks' class to create the app.
And then, of course, you won a national competition.
Yes, that was the same competition last year. Last year we won $170,000. This year we just won 20, but.
Well, again, it's so exciting what you're doing, and we know that technology leads to so many jobs. So you have students now that are probably already making money doing stuff.
The students from last year's project, that's what they're planning to move forward and actually patent the design that they created and move forward towards productions. Their plan, yeah. And like you said, even beyond just competitions, Marathon is a local refinery in our area, and they've even reached out to some of our students for real-world problem solving using these skills that we're teaching them in this classroom, but they're actually getting to apply them in real-world experiences.
Can you share some of the apps that the students have developed, the type of things that they're interested in doing?
Yeah, the curriculum itself revolves around a central theme of medical stuff. So most of the apps that they do for the class itself is based on medical things. So that there's a germ fighter game app where they're like scrolling a little white blood cell across the bottom of the screen, and they're fighting the germ and stuff like that. There's an app that's they designed for first responders in situations, natural disasters and whatnot, where they click a button and it will play a sound clip about a specific disease, so that way first responders have information because some of them may not know about the different diseases that happen during, situations like that. And then at the very end of the course, they get to, develop their own app, given certain parameters that they have to meet, but they kind of get to go on their own, and some of them have developed some very interesting stuff along the way.
That's, why did you two go into teaching?
I went into teaching, I felt it was a calling. My first time around through college with my bachelor's degree, I kind of felt the tug then, and I didn't do it, but I got the opportunity to go back, got my Master of Arts in Teaching, Engineering and Tech Ed, and I absolutely love what I do. And what other profession do I get to come in every day, enjoy sharing information, enjoy getting to do what I love to do as a professional, and get to have fun.
And then as corny as it sounds, back when, so like a lot of our students, we live in an area, it's got like 60-some% of our students are in high poverty areas, and I grew up very poor, but there were teachers along the way that had helped kind of motivate me and push me towards bettering myself. I mean, the reason why I went to college was because of some teachers along the way that pushed me. So the hope, the chance to actually get to be that in somebody else's life, and then now getting to be a STEM educator, get to show some of these kids some awesome engineering pathways that be very successful someday.
Well, right now in our region, 1 in 3 people live in poverty. Almost half of our youth live in poverty. So there's some special challenges, but because of what you're seeing in the classroom, are you optimistic about the future of the region, and why?
Absolutely.
Absolutely very optimistic about the region with all the things that are coming down the pipeline, all the industries. One that I can, a couple that I can name right off the bat. Brady is coming to our area, and then I can't remember the name of the organization, but for out-of-work miners, they did an experiment with coding, and now there's a company full of former miners that are coding.
Yeah, it's a small group at BitSource here in
BitSource, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And, just things like that. Kentucky is on the precipice of great things when it comes to technology, and our kids are that future.
And that's the thing, some of our kids can't, without being exposed to this stuff in school, they don't know what all's out there. They don't know what other, the world is available to them. That now, with this exposure, with being able to participate in these projects and these activities, can actually see that and want to pursue it. Like we have a little girl who just the other day was talking about her plan is that she wants to go to MIT and end up eventually working for Google. Otherwise, the little girl from Ashland, Kentucky is not going to be, thinking that big but she's been exposed to so many things that.
Well, hey, you all are doing a great job. Congratulations with your success in all these competitions. So thank you for being on our program.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Okay, appreciate it.